Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Josh and this is Everything Jeeping. Today I'm excited to bring you an install video that's hands down amazing. It's a game changer when it comes to audio systems in the Jeep Wrangler. I have a 2024 392 Final Edition, and if you look around and you have a 24, you're going to find that your options for audio upgrades are limited. And there's a few reasons behind that, and we're going to talk about that through this video. But basically, the 24 and the 23 and previous, there are some significant differences in the cargo area paneling. And you don't always appreciate that until you get a 23 and a 24 paneling together, and you'll realize that they're very different from each other, whether you're talking about the driver's side or the passenger side. So we're gonna highlight a couple of those. I'll talk to you about a couple of solutions at the very end as we get through this. There are a couple of pro tips, but wanna share with you, I have partnered with OEM Audio Plus to create a prototype for the 392 and really the 24 Jeep Wrangler. Working with OEM Audio Plus, it did take us several months to come up with several prototypes. You can see here, driver and rear side, they're color matched, ported. They look amazing. But what this system does is it brings together the best of several components. We have Blam audio speakers, which are French style. We have German amplifiers from Match. And all of that comes together with the Conductor DSP bass knob, but it also has many, many functions that I'm excited to show you as we move through the video. All right, so as we get into the video, just really quick want to say, this isn't intended to be a full install video. There are a lot of videos out there that will help you install this sound system. The thing I like about this is you don't have to take the head unit off. You bypass the factory amplifiers and you use the factory wiring harnesses to allow you to make the cleanest install possible. So stay tuned and stay with me. All right, super excited to share with you guys. I'm gonna be installing a new sound system in this 392, and I just got the items. Partnering with OEM Audio Plus, we're introducing an extreme package, and I'm gonna share with you some of those components. All right, so here you are, you're getting a quick look at some of the equipment. So 6.5 Blam speakers with 1-inch dome tweeters. There's a crossover inside the 6.5-inch pod, along with a crossover for the 1-inch tweeter. Here you have the 4.25-inch for the overhead and the 1-inch tweeters for them as well. Our power supply equipment and the conductor, which is an amazing product that we'll show you how to install. Our wiring harness, and of course our 2 amps, so 1 subwoofer, dedicated subwoofer amp, along with our multi-channel, and those beautiful ported, color-matched 10-inch subwoofer enclosures. They look amazing inside the Jeep, and I can't wait for you to continue to see these. Beautiful products, you're gonna love it. Want to shout out to OEM Audio Plus. They have been a great partner here. This is not a sponsored video. This is a quick shot of what it looked like before we got started. Just a quick reminder of what it will look like after the install. It's beautiful and amazing. Can't wait to get to it. Let's get started. All right, so you have 4 screws here. We're gonna took those out and we're gonna go ahead and pop this up. All right, so took the screws out, pulled this off, just grab it from the back and pull it towards you and it just snaps right off. Then you're gonna wanna remove 2 small screws here, and this will allow you to pull that trim piece that goes along the center. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the covers here, remove the speakers here, and then we'll move down to the side where I already have pulled the trim off, and we'll unscrew some of these and then get to the speaker. Okay, so I did take out the center. It has a bunch of the white clips, but all you have to do is remove 1 screw right here and you'll be able to pull this out. I'm gonna do that so that I could take the cigarette lighter out and place that with the conductor. Our goal with taking out the center console was to replace it with the conductor, and you can see it looks amazing and factory. Beautiful. Okay, so to get this off, there is a screw behind here, and to get there, you have to take these 2 screws off, and you'll be able to pop this out. And get back there. All right, so we're here on the passenger side. We took out a ton of screws. You will definitely need a small stubby screw remover, something like this. This I bought at Lowe's. It's a Craftsman. It's a super tiny ratchet that came with its own little ratchet set to get into some of these small areas where you're working like this. So super tight. Once you get all the screws out, you're going to want to make sure you unscrew the 3 screws here. There's a little cover for that. You got to use a little pry tool to get that off. Unscrew those. Then you can pull on this. This will come off. Once we do that, then we should be able to get pretty good access here in a few minutes to this first kick panel and get started. All right, to get access to this kick panel, we removed a screw here. This is a 10mm screw. It's actually just inside here. There was another one here, and then a regular screw right in here. And there we go. Pulls right off. And one more screw. There's our first pod. And just like with other speaker systems, you see when you're replacing these pods, they want you to harvest the plug so that you can use it on the new speaker. So we'll take these out and I may show you an image of that. We got the pod in and now we have the crossover. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the crossover up here on top. So we're gonna use double-sided tape to stick it in here and keep that out of the way, and then all the wires will tuck underneath nicely. Okay, so here we are. We're about to put the one pod in, and we're also going to put this in. Now, what we're going to do is connect this cable to this, run this down to the pod, connect it to the crossover, which will be mounted along the side of the pod, and then that cable will come back up and feed power to the speaker itself. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so we got those pods in. We're gonna turn our attention here. We've already pulled this out and removed almost all of the screws here. We're gonna get underneath. We have 1 or 2 screws that we have to get here in order to get access to this kick pod. All right, to remove the speaker pod, there's 1 screw here, here, and here. All right, there is going to be 1 small screw right under here you're going to have to get to. Once you get that out, there are 2 more in here. And this feels loose enough. Okay, so to harvest, we're just going to take these 3 screws off. Then we will pull the plug out, and I will insert it into the new pod and shove this back in. All right, so we made our first connection. We're going to put that down. We ran it down behind already. And what we're going to do is connect all right, so when you remove this, there's not even a screw, it's just a little white fastener. So when you give this a little bit of slack, that piece comes right out. Okay, so now that we're in here, we're going to go ahead and remove this. There's a screw here, here, and then over here. There it is, over here. All right, to get this pod out on the driver's side, you do have to unscrew a couple of screws here, 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 and here. This will allow you to move this bracket down, and then this will come out. Okay, I'm going to be putting this back in, and you can see here I took the cigarette lighter out and put in the conductor programmed knob in its place. I'm going to be running the wires through here, down and underneath the seat where the DSP will sit. Okay, so we connected the pod. There's the cable that comes back up to the speaker, which will mount in place. So we're gonna go ahead and mount that speaker, then we're gonna mount the pod and then secure the crossover. Okay, so really quick, just wanted to share with you guys, this is the subwoofer umbilical. This piece will connect to the amplifier underneath the seat, the driver's seat, and then we have two connections for the subwoofers. We'll run the cable along the driver's side underneath the paneling, bring it up over here, connect the first one, and then run the cabling underneath to the second subwoofer here. So we'll show you guys how to do that. Okay, so we're back in the car. Basically have everything put back together. Now, one thing you may notice is we didn't take the head unit off and splice into that. Instead, this came with a wiring harness, which takes the high pass from the amplifier underneath the dash here, runs it down, connects into here, and then uses the same factory wiring for all of our speakers around. So we're not cutting any wires, we're not splicing anything, everything is nice and super clean. So hope that makes sense. And then we're gonna run the wires down along in here, into this channel, back to the amps. Okay, so we're in the back, and we're about to put the first subwoofer in. One thing I did was I purchased the 2023 carpet, so that would fit and cover most of what I needed to cover here. There are some differences. The 24 carpet, you just can't find one that fits that right. So the 23 fits in here nicely. And what I'm gonna do is probably cut the existing panel to fit. On the passenger side, there is a subwoofer delete package that you can get. The carpet fits, everything looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that carpet in and that body panel in, and then we'll install that subwoofer as well. So we're in the back. We're gonna put the subwoofer in, but there's a piece we need to relocate. This was mounted right here. It had little clips. We're able to slide the clips off, and what I'm gonna do is put some double-sided tape here. I'm gonna tape it or affix it right here just to keep it out of the way, shield it. I think that's probably the right spot. Okay, got both subwoofers in. Love the body matching. It looks amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the back here, put the body panels on, and put the window back in. All right, here we go. So this was the original, extended over here. We had to take a little white piece out. We modified this to be able to fit. That was not easy. It took several cuts. I would say kind of measure where your other one ends and try to mimic that, but give yourself some wiggle room. All right, we're starting to put the back together. We're putting the rails in. Now we're gonna put the carpet down, put the seats back up, then we'll do the speakers. We're almost done. All right, so this is the amp all set up. Cables for the seat. We're gonna put the carpet back in. Otherwise, all our wires are tucked, so the wires from the amps tuck underneath here, and the power wires, which you might be able to see the yellow and red there. They go behind. There's a metal piece back here. They run along inside here in this channel, and they come out right here to the amps. Everything's grounded here. We're gonna fire everything up here in just a few minutes. So really quick, want to close this video out with a quick appreciation and gratitude to OEM Audio Plus for being an amazing Jeep customer focused vendor. OEM Audio Plus took my call, let me talk to the CEO and founder of their program to talk about what I'm trying to achieve as a Jeep owner. I think that's amazing. That's next level. You don't get that from every vendor that's creating or producing Jeep related products. They talked to me for a little while, and together we were able to create a product that I was able to install in my Jeep at a price point that was fine with me. It may not be for everybody, but super excited about the product and the end result. It's amazing. It's amazing. I wish you could ride in the Jeep with me. I have a 392 final edition with the one touch top, and I've been able to create sound profiles with the conductor DSP control knob for top up, top down, windows down, top up, whatever you can imagine. You can create up to 10 different profiles. It's super easy, super amazing, and a wonderful sound system. And I look forward to partnering with them in the future as they create new products and new services for their customers. I hope you guys have a great holiday season. We'll look forward to seeing you soon.